All right, so let's go ahead and get started here tonight. Obviously, My Race Pass has an online ticketing program we talk about quite a bit with track promoters, and we really encourage you guys to look at the program, the features that it includes. It's free for you to use the online ticketing program through My Race Pass. There's no hassle either. With our program, the promoters yourselves will get 100% of the funds of every ticket sold. With that, there's a $1.90 service charge and about a 3% processing fee that goes toward the fan. It does not go towards you. For general admission, single day tickets, and multi day ticket passes, what we do is once the event is over with that you've run, you go ahead and confirm in your system that it was run, and we get notified and send those funds out to you guys on Monday. And then in the event of a rain out, you go into your system, confirm it was rained out, we get notified, and we refund the fans for you. So really a no hassle program, and with it being free for you guys to utilize as well too, the minute you sell one ticket online, it was no cost to you, you get 100% of the funds, you're already in the green. So it's a simple program to use as well too. Today we're going to look at the general admission, how to add tickets. We're also going to go ahead and take a look at reserve seating as well too, multi-day passes, and punch cards. And we have multiple ways, as you can tell now, to market your events the way you need to through your fans. So let's go ahead and get started here real fast. So essentially, you have your season added here inside of season management. It's a really simple process. So inside season management, you go over to events, and you can do this one of two ways. One, you can find the exact event you want on there, or you can just go into your tickets tab here and add tickets this way here. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to go to season management left side, and then we're going to go over to events, and we'll do, I think, a view all events here. What we'll do on this one here, trade show ticket schedule. Do that. So view all events. We'll do one here for Racing Extravaganza. And we already have tickets added to this event here, but we can go in there and see here how it was done, essentially, on the ticketing side. Pull up your Dollar General admission. So all you have to do is right here is a ticket add tickets button here, and I can go ahead and edit these as well too. The ticket map here we'll talk about in a quick second. We have to build the map for you at this time. We'll get more into details about that here shortly. But for general admission, pretty simple process. Go into edit here to the right, and then from here you can look up to your right side under ticket information, and you can edit the information you need. So if you want to go ahead and rename something here, the ticket information, this will tell you right here what times they're going to be open to and cut off to. So if you need them cut off, let's say it's race day on the 31st, which is tomorrow here. So I'll say 31st. I'm going to cut them off tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And then we'll go ahead. Actually, let's extend that a little bit. Let's go until 6 o'clock. And then if you want to do a pre-sale, you can as well too. So maybe instead of $10, it's $5 for the first 4 days they're available. But after that, you're going to miss out that coupon. You can do that there. We have our prices set to 0 because I want to go ahead and show you guys how to purchase tickets as well too. How your fans will do that. And in order to do that, the $0 has to be set there. And then also ticket description and additional information as well too. If you want this to be a private link, you can go ahead and click the hide event tickets from public listing as well. So we'll save it. And then we go down here to available tickets on the right side. And here's where I can punch in what kind of tickets I have for sale. I can do adult general admission, senior general admission, military general admission. That being said, this is the default name, and somewhat like overriding a class name for your classes, you can do that same thing here as well too. So I could say this is just maybe it's kids passes, or maybe this is senior passes, and I want to keep these somewhat close to the original name if possible, and I'll explain that in a second because that will come into play when we do the multi-day passes, and I'll explain that in a second here. So right now I have my tickets added. We'll say the quantity I have just under 5,000 available here for the adult general admission. We'll say I have the same amount here, and the price for this one, these are $0, 0.00, and we'll save it. Good, we're saved. And honestly, right away, those tickets, if you get about 5 minutes, they'll be available online for your fans to purchase. All you have to do is, if you don't have a website through MyRacePass, if you go to myracepass.com and you search for the track you would like on there. So for this, your favorite track is what we're going for here. Go to tickets. Oh, excuse me. Go to schedule results on this. Apologies. And down here at the bottom, we'll see on your schedule all of them linked up here. And we're going to search for this one here. We're in January 31st, tickets. The other ones, again, as I mentioned, I just added those in. It takes about 5 minutes for the cache to catch up on there. But for this test here, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and we're going to clear that out for you. Let's see here. I'm going to clear that. And you'll see them appear there pretty fast. Tickets. Clear. Refresh. So now if I go back here again, should be all set. And with slow internet, of course. Hotel internet tonight. So close on tickets. There we go. So about 5 minutes they'll appear there on that spot. But this is where they're at here, and you can go ahead and purchase them, get them out for sale here. If I'm a fan, all I have to do is go ahead and find the event I need and click on the amount I want. So we'll say for this one here, I'll set one ticket, add to cart, and it goes to my cart there. I can go ahead and check out at this point, or if I want to delete it, I can. The checkout process is very simple. You'll see here, I go to checkout, and then from there, let me see here. Read the terms and conditions, make sure everything's right here. My billing's all correct. No payment required because, again, these are $0 tickets on that. And we're processing right now. We'll go ahead and finish this out. They're done. They're set. Now I can download the ticket voucher on my right or print it off as well too. If I print it off right here and check it out, one cool thing about this is a fan can text the number to themselves, text tickets to themselves right now. They can go ahead and punch their number in right here, and then once they hit send text, they'll be texted their tickets to themselves. Another thing is, let's say these were a gift I was buying for somebody else. I can go ahead and I can assign the name to go to somebody else here. No. And sure enough, I'll click save here, and they're good to go. So now, as a promoter, you'll be able to see that myself, Chris Krug, purchased tickets for your event, but they will belong to, or they're reassigned to John Doe. So John Doe, if he comes up to the window and says, hey, somebody else bought tickets for me, they're under my name, show him ID, and you can now see his name listed on that order on there as well. And of course, you can text those tickets to that person as well too. This does not have to go to you. It can go to the person you want to purchase them for as well too. So very simple process on there. So I'll go back now to the tickets here. One thing I realized I did here, I didn't click the box on those tickets for the kids tickets. So if I go over here, edit, they weren't live. Now save. Go in here. We'll check it again. Kids tickets. We'll say it's 5,000. They're $0. They're up there. Save. And then I can go down here again. I'll refresh this and kind of show you guys where they will appear at on the cash side. But again, general admission tickets can be up for sale in a matter of seconds. Very simple process, and you don't need anything on our end to get those live to your fans there. So there's those kids tickets. Now you can see there once I actually click the box next to the name, so it's all good to go on that. So that's general admission just for the single day passes. Very simple process on that. But if I wanted to go ahead and do a multi-day pass, let's say I had a 3-day event going on, which we have one set up here, I can go ahead and do that actually inside of our tickets window. So inside tickets, we have a couple different things here. We have the packages and the punch cards. Packages are going to be things like multi-day shows. Think of Silver Dollar Nationals at Houston Speedway now, or was it I-80? Think of Knoxville Nationals, a 4-day show where you can sell individual tickets. For every day, maybe they're $10 a piece for a 3-day show, $30 total. But if you buy all three at once, maybe you give them $5 off. That's that incentive to buy all three tickets, and $5 off generally wouldn't hurt much of your purse there. So you can do that through here. It's a simple process. On your dashboard again, go into tickets, go to packages, and then essentially just add ticket package here, and we'll say racing extravaganza. There, okay, and I'll say they're available from today up until, let's see here, the last date of the event there essentially is going to be on Saturday. So there, okay, we'll say 12 a.m. Let's say noon on Saturday. That works for me. Click add, and then we can go in here. So one thing I mentioned before here on this is that you have to have the same exact ticket types on each day available. You'll see some of the warnings up here on this. So, like I mentioned before, the last one, if you name override some things, make sure you try and keep it as close as possible to the original name on there. That way, you know which ones you're going for on there. So, essentially, on this here, on the events, go here, 2025. We'll find the events that we have here. 30 and 2-1 save. Okay, and then add ticket types. I'll just do one for the general admission for the adults on that. Okay, adult general admission, it's $0, save. Okay, so now we have this all set up here. It's not active yet. I've not activated it yet here. I can click it here, not listed. The not listed part, again, that's a private link essentially. So if you wanted to go ahead and make it just to where you can send it to people privately and not have the general public purchase it, you can do that right there. I'm going to go ahead and say it is listed here today, and then I'm going to click save on this as well. So on top of this here, this will be available now in the tickets button here, in the tickets icon. So let me go into the view package button, and here's the package right here. It's under the tickets icon here. It'll show up on the right side over here. And essentially with this, I can go in there and pick out how many I want on there, and then I can also go ahead and see which events it's going to be added to as well too on that. So this is the ticket package here that you can do. Again, it takes no time or it takes minimal time to set it up here essentially, and get this live to your fans here so they can go ahead and purchase the tickets and get those out for multi-day packages. So the thoughts on this is being able to go ahead and offer a discount, but also with this too, your fans, when they make the purchase, they will receive a ticket stub for each day of the event. So like right now, if I go to order this ticket stub or this ticket package, I'd receive a ticket stub for day 1 and a ticket stub for day 2. So keep that in mind as well too. I know sometimes on multi-day packages, on multi-day shows, a lot of places might say, hey, we just take their ticket on day 1 and we give them a wristband the rest of the week. So if that's the case, you might want to look at doing a ticket punch card for that, a one-scan punch card. We'll get into that here in a second as well too. But that's always a possibility as well. But the fan will receive a ticket stub for every day essentially of the event that is included in that ticket package. So it's a great way to go ahead and market your event, encourage your fans to purchase them all together, all at once on there essentially. So that's a look at the GA side of things as far as the ticket packages and the single day events. Again, there's no work that needs to be done on our end for this. This is all doable on the user end for promoters that can go ahead and add the ticket packages and add in the single day tickets on their end. However, any questions on that, always give us a call. We're more than happy to assist you and make sure you guys are all set there. I did mention we have reserved seating here as well, and I'll show you some of these here. I want to say for reserved seating, we had one right here on the 25th or 17th of March. We have a test event set up here. So for the reserved seating, we would need to go ahead and build the map out for you. What we do is we go ahead and we send you a list of things we need from you. The items include an overhead shot of the facility. Generally, a Google Map satellite view works just fine, works great. And then on top of that, if you can, mark off the sections. So some kind of Excel sheet that says, section A has this many seats across and this many seats down. Section B has this many, and then on top of that, pricing and the ticket types as well too. So adult general admission, adult reserve seating, children general admission, children reserve seating. Those things we have included in there as well too, with the pricing in there. So we build the map out for you, send you a preview of it. Once you approve the preview, we have you click through it very organized and very slowly, because we want to make sure the map is correct. We don't want to have a map go live and then someone buys a ticket to a seat that doesn't exist. So we always tell you, please take your time on that. But essentially, here's what our maps look like here. They're very well done from our design team. Austin is the one that will build the maps out for you on this. He'll work with you through our support channel at MyRacePass, or at support at myracepass.com. And we build the maps out here. We can do reserved seating, parking, camping, pits. It's all there for you. Really simple process on this. Essentially, what we would do is, let's say I want to buy, or I have a section that has GA and it has reserved seating on it. Well, for that, section A is a good example here because it has the reserved seating here. You can see this is the track down here, so the fans know this is the bottom of the bleachers and this is the top. So here, this big block with no text, that's general admission. I click it, adult GA, add in my cart. But let's say I want to buy 2 reserved spots as well too. I can go here, and I want to go here as well too. So I can go ahead and add those to my cart, add next, and we're good to go. And it would take me to the cart. I can check out from there. I'll delete these for right now, but these are extremely handy. We've built so many maps here the past 2 years now. I think we're going on year 3 here of having the reserve seating capability here, and we are able to do the reserve seating for multi-day events as well. And the way that works on a multi-day pass, if this spot here, let's say this spot is available on Friday but not available on Saturday, that spot would not be available on a multi-day pass. It's only going to show seats when a fan clicks the multi-day pass for reserved seating. It's only going to show seats that are available for both days. So that's one kind of misconception we've had here, is that we've got some promoters that say, hey, section A, seat 1 is showing on Friday, not Saturday. What's happening? Well, someone bought it on Saturday. That's why. So it's only going to show. For the entire duration of your multi-day pass, whether it's 3 days or 4 days. If it's purchased on a Friday, but it's available on Saturday or Sunday, it will not show up in the multi-day pass at all as a purchasable seat on there. So, but yeah, we can do that for you guys on that. And then on top of that too, of course, we can do the general admission as well on the multi-day passes too. So, if you have questions on the reserve seating, the items needed on that, I highly encourage the reserve seating. As I mentioned, we can do pit stalls as well too. Just one example here, you have drivers do the pit stalls. We generally do the pit stalls, but what I've noticed with promoters for a season pass, because they only want their drivers to purchase a pit stall for the entire year. So we just make it a season pass. They purchase it at the beginning of the season, and they go from there. So we'll dive into season passes here in a quick second. Give me 1 second here, guys. Right. Sorry about that. As I mentioned, I'm battling a sinus infection here, so I apologize on the lack of a voice and the bad voice here. But on top of that too, so the season passes, the pit stalls again, generally going to be for season passes. However, we have built some for special events that people want to go ahead and have it set up so the drivers can buy for a major event, their pit stop there. And on top of that too, camping as well too. I've seen camping work both ways. I've seen it work pretty well for reserved camping. We can do like options on there where it's a camping spot, and over here might be a drop down that says electric, non-electric, and it's a different price. So electric's 100, non-electric is 50. So we can add that in there as well too when it comes to your camping spots there. So extremely handy to have. And again, reserved seating for multi-day passes. And for single day passes, those funds get to you the Monday after the event is over with. Once you go in and confirm the event was run, that way in the event of a rain out, you can go in and confirm that it was rained out. We refund your fans for you, so there's no hassle to you on anything there. So. Back over here again, back to the map again. But yeah, so we would design the track obviously based on your facility. We've got a lot of great maps out there, and we can get yours built too. Doing a reserve seating map, it really, I've seen it increase the sales for some events because it gives the fans more of an incentive to buy tickets in advance. They know they can get their exact spot they want. They can get their exact seat that they want as well. With reserve seating, you can also do renewals as well too. So let's say you have a major event in 2024 and you sold tickets through us online for reserve seating. You can now go in and do renewals for this, to where in 2025 you go ahead and send out an email to all the fans that purchased the ticket last year. It gives them a promo code, and they punch in their promo code, and they get their exact spot. They are not able to purchase another spot anywhere else. They can only get their exact spot on the map. So that's a great way to kind of encourage your fans to purchase tickets from year to year to get in that renewal spot for the following season. And of course, you can go ahead and set that promo code to expire automatically on a select date. So let's say you only have it for 2 weeks. When that deadline comes up at noon, bam, it's now open to everybody. If your guy missed his renewal spot, that's too bad. So you have the ability to do that with our program here. So we touched on reserve seating. We touched on general admission, the packages as well, multi-day packages. We have some ideas here for punch cards as well too. On the punch cards, this is where it kind of gets kind of fun to market your tickets to your fans in ways you want. We have punch cards available in different formats, and what a punch card is kind of what it sounds like. It's a card that a digital one in this case you can scan or punch a select number of times, essentially. So with this, we'll say a test punch card for today, because we're going to go ahead and make one available. Okay, we'll say it's done on the 30th. That works for me. There's different types to do here. A season pass punch card is just what it sounds like. It means that you're going to be able to have the ability to select which events on your schedule this punch card is good for, and once you click add, at that point, what the ticket that the fan purchases will only be good for one scan per event. If they try and scan it twice, it's going to turn up red. It's not going to work. So that's a season pass for you. The per event one here allows a set number of redemptions per event. This is one that I always encourage for, like, we always get asked about, hey, I have a sponsor bringing 25 people for free tickets, or they're bringing in, they want to pay for, I give them a discount on tickets for a group. What do I do? Well, that's where this comes in. What I always say is make a punch card, attach it to that event you mentioned, and set the number of scans to, say, 25. And then you click add. When you click add, what's going to happen is, what I recommend is, purchase the punch card for the sponsor if it's free. Purchase it yourself, and then you'll get emailed the ticket stub and the invoice for free, and just forward that ticket stub off to your promoter, off to your sponsor, and tell him, hey, this ticket stub right here is good for 25 scans. So print it off 25 times at home, hand it off to your 25 people that are coming, and you're good to go from there. So that way you know the exact number of people that are going to come in, and you know the exact number of times it's going to be scanned as well too. If a 26th person tries to scan it, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. So that's a great way for large group outings. Of course, you can put a charge to it as well too. Suite passes, that's great for as well. I know people that, hey, we're selling a suite for that only 30 people can go in. How do I limit that? Make a per event punch card and attach it to that event. So that's a great way to do it as well too. This one here, Total Punch, is kind of what it says. Allows a set number of total redemptions. It's not necessarily limited to the per event, though it could be. So let's say that, think of this like I think it's like NFL teams. They'll say, hey, you can buy the Kansas City Chiefs. You can buy our 8 game home season ticket package for all 8 games, or you can pick 4 games to go to of your choice at this price here. That's kind of what this is here. Let's say you want 4 scans, and that's telling the fan that they can either scan that all 4 times at one event, scan it twice at 2 events, or scan it once at 4 events. It's kind of, it gives them the option to do what they want there, and of course you can go ahead and select which events it's good for as well. So there's no, it's not all or nothing on your end. You are able to limit which events it's good for essentially. So for this one here, what I'll do is let's make a quick punch card to show what it looks like here. You can add a description here if you want. We got 4 total redemptions. Any event, any number of scans, up to 4 total. It will say add here, and it's listed right now. If I click that again, it goes to not listed. It goes to private, and here's where I can add my events here. We'll go click here. We'll say for this one here, if you want to do all events, you certainly can. But we'll say for this here, we're going to do the Racing Extravaganza dates. Save. Got it. And we'll add ticket types. And again, you can do that here. Number available, we'll say 700 or 77, sorry. Adult general admission. Price is 0. Click save. Good to go. And then I can view the punch card right here. This is what the public would see once it goes live. And of course over here is our season pass as well too. We have it already set for a season pass on the right side over here as well. But details here, Racing Extravaganza ticket package. It's all right here for you. And on top of that too, the season pass I mentioned before, this is the one that we have live as well. The season pass will work for holiday ticket event demo shows. So essentially all of our shows that we have for testing events are available to purchase for. So it's only 13 of the 100 events we have. So you can limit the events there. The one thing I like to mention with the season passes or even the punch cards is the very least have a season pass, one for your weekly events, your non-specials, the ones that are maybe your NASCAR sanctioned, so it's a NASCAR weekly race, your IMCA sanctioned, so it's an IMCA race. Have one for all of that, and then have a special events pass as well too. Maybe you have the World of Outlaws coming to town with Lucas Oil, and you have USMTS all in the same calendar year. Make a season pass for that. That'd be awesome. And maybe you offer $5 off for that incentive to buy all 3 up front. So it's a great way to market your events to the best of your ability on that. So we looked at season passes, and we looked at some information as far as the punch cards go as well too. Again, there's more information on this at mrphelp.com as far as how to set this up, and also we have some YouTube tutorials as well too in our support group and support at myracepass.com. Last thing I want to show you guys here today is our analytics page, and this is where it's really important to use online ticketing. Yes, you want to have that pre-sale event, and pre-sale numbers pretty high. One, if you do, and say you sold 1,000 tickets online for an event, but the weather looks iffy, you're not sure what's going to rain or what's going to happen. Well, if you have 1,000 tickets sold, you might try and get the event in, and then whatever comes to the front gate, that's just extra there. The other part of that though is data. Data is so important to help you grow your organization. That's what we have here for you. Here we have our tickets analytics page that's available for any promoter that utilizes the online ticketing system and has sold tickets to events. It will populate data over here in the ticketing system. And you'll see here, this is an example. There were 2 tickets sold between for events on the 23rd and the 30th. Now, this is not the timeline in which the tickets were sold. It's the timeline in which the event was. The tickets were sold. So there was an event or 2 between the 23rd and the 30th, and we sold 2 tickets to those events essentially. The zip codes, you can see how far they traveled. You're going to get the top cities as well too. You're going to get the distances in which people traveled as well. So 50% of my fans traveled over 250 miles, while It's like the other 50% of them traveled up to 50 miles as well. You're going to get their date or their tickets sold, the date range, and purchase dates as well too. Here they were purchased the day of the event. Looks like none of them were purchased 21 days out, but also which type they got and the prices, gender, age, all this information. This data here is so important that we have had promoters tell us that they were able to go to their local tourism board and they were able to get grants, large, huge grants to help their facility because they proved they are bringing in money from out of the state and bring them into their state. So it's a great way to go ahead and help market your events, but also get that data you need. This is also data you want to show sponsors. Sponsors are going to want to know what demographic, what age range are your fans, how many males, how many females you have there, where are they coming from. Things like this is going to be very helpful here, the cities and everything, because if you're maybe you didn't. Let's say in Nebraska, I didn't advertise too much in Nebraska, but I probably should have. Well, I only had one customer buy tickets. Now I know I can go back and advertise more in Nebraska now and try and get those numbers up for the following year. So it's going to let you know how things are going as far as your marketing goes and how successful you were marketing your events here. But on top of that too, you also get the emails of your customers as well too. After every event, you can go in and take the emails, download them into Excel, and then you can go ahead and export those into MailChimp or Constant Contact to do email campaigns. We highly encourage that. MailChimp has actually a free level that you can utilize. It's a little limited on how many people you can add to it, but they also have they have some different plans to choose from as well too. It's a very simple email marketing campaign to use and marketing tool to use as well too. So if you look at MailChimp or you look at Constant Contact, those are two great ones as well to use. And again, you'll get the emails of all of your fans that go ahead and purchase tickets to your events. You can download those and export them into the in programs. So that's kind of your analytics look there. Again, you can kind of scroll and see where your fans are coming from. The heat map up here shows me have Seattle, Washington, and over in Omaha as well too. So it lets you know where the center of your traffic was coming from for your events and your tickets as well too. That kind of wraps it up here on the ticketing side for tonight. On what we talked about with the GA, the ticketed packages, the punch cards, the reserve seating. Reminder: reserve seating if you are interested in doing a reserve map for anything, whether it be seats, camping, pit stalls, parking, whatever it might be. Just email us the information that we need from you. The overhead view of the map of the facility, and how many seats, ticket types, and ticket prices as well too, and which event or events it's going to be attached to as well. GA you guys can do on your own in a matter of seconds. Get the tickets live, and once your schedules are added to your events. Once your events are added to your schedule, go in, add tickets to each event. For GA, it takes seconds to do. They'll be live in 5 minutes once you click upload, and you can start selling tickets right away on that. So if you need an ACH form, just email us. We can get the ACH form to you to download or to fill out and email back to us, so we can get those funds to your account when the time comes. And of course, any questions that you guys do have on anything else, just reach out to us at support@myracepass.com. Don't forget myracepass.com/YouTube. And then on top of that, you also have the promoter group here to rely on ourselves and other promoters that utilize My Race Pass as well. So I believe we'll have one tomorrow night as well too for the early webinars. But thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I apologize for my voice being gone essentially, but kind of made it through here tonight. We'll talk to you everyone tomorrow.